No need to sacrifice your morals anymore. Patch 5 lets you recruit Minthara without turning into a villain. I'll show you how in this video.
As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle with yours. A cold hand caressing your brain.
Join my hunt, fairy, and obey me.
During your fight with the True Souls in Act 1, you can kill Dror and Priestess Gut, but you obviously shouldn't kill Minthara.
You would dare. The darkness will take you, Iblis.
Once she's low on health, you must activate non-lethal attacks to knock her out.
That's her finished. An impressive scalp to lay claim to.
After it's done, you can then continue at your own pace and do the side quests. Be sure to loot the spider's lyre from her. This will come in handy later. Also, rescue Halsin while you're here in the Shattered Sanctum. You'll meet Minthara again in Act 2. She'll be at Moonrise Towers. There will be 2 routes you can choose from, as Halsin explains.
You will have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark.
It doesn't matter which one you pick. I would suggest you do both, as choosing one will not lock you out of the other, and you get to experience more of the game. Once you find your way to Moonrise Towers, head towards the main hall.
Why am I here?
I will not be slandered! General, you saw my reports. You know it's not my fault.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
If I had been given drow warriors instead of goblin trash!
Oi! What?
You scrag!
You're claiming that General Thorm gave you the wrong soldiers.
Yes. No!
You blame the Absolute's Chosen for your failure.
Of course it is not the General's fault.
Whose then?
I suggest you choose option number 1 here, and stay silent. The outcome will always be the same anyway. It will result in Minthara being taken away and tortured.
Take Minthara below. Someone will have to consider her fate.
No! Please! Mercy! Please!
Bye-bye, princess.
To find Minthara, head west from here. And down these stairs. Follow the blood trail on the floor. It'll lead you to where she's being held. You'll find Minthara being tortured by 2 midgets. They're attempting to erase her mind and make her a mindless puppet.
You were adored, Minthara. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability!
And isn't that depressing?
You are nothing.
The drow reaches out to you psychically, connecting with you for a moment. She is infected like you, and her mind is disintegrating.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again.
You can avoid all the dialogue checks and just kill these 2. None of the guards will even care.
A challenge, sister. Who would be so bold?
Awful, sister. Meet that doesn't yet know it is dead.
Got to keep fighting.
I expected to be greeted as a hero. But the wretches imprisoned me and tried to tear my mind apart. I didn't think anyone would come for me.
Tell Minthara you need to get out of there and find her clothes.
Agreed. Lead the way.
The guard outside her cell will naturally stop you once he sees her running about.
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do.
You need to roll 14 or higher here.
You avoided a fight this time, but bullying your way out of Moonrise is a risky proposition.
Once you get past the guard, head towards the heavy oak doors to the north. This will lead you to the docks. Continue heading north to leave Moonrise Tower.
Enjoy the view. This feels like it stretched all the way to the Sea of Swords.
You will not be able to fast travel while making your escape. And even though the narrator says it's risky, nobody seems to mind even if you parade Minthara through the tower's main entrance. Nobody except for these two nosy guards.
Halt!
Deal with them, or I will.
We heard she'd been escorted from her cell. Not that she could leave the tower.
The General ordered that she be repurposed, not freed.
You need to pass a dialogue check with DC 14 to get past them.
Creatures like her don't understand the concept of loyalty. Keep her on a tight leash.
Minthara will talk to you once you step outside the tower's perimeter.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose.
Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby?
Tell her to head to your camp.
Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
In your camp, you can find Minthara near Halsin.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least.
It'll be very easy to make her join your group. She's practically begging you for it, knowing that she'll be vulnerable to the Absolute's influence once more, without the artifact nearby.
If I leave your side, the prism will no longer protect me, and I will cease to be Minthara. The Absolute will make me its puppet again. I would rather die.
Just pick the appropriate responses to have her join you in your adventure.
Thank you. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met. but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute.
And there you go. Thanks to the new patch, players can now recruit Minthara without having to resort to glitches and exploits. Thanks for watching.